I don't know if you know this, but Rocket League players are still discovering new mechanics. Like, you would think that after the ceiling shuffle, and whatever the hell this is, there will be some kind of endpoint. But no, 14-year-olds are still grinding the game 69 hours per day, and they keep uncovering new stuff. And by the way, I'm using the term mechanic in this video in a very flexible way. Not every move is gonna be analogous to a flip reset, so think of this list as new ways of controlling your car and the ball, or simply innovative ways to make a play. Let's begin. One of the most common complaints in my video A new Rocket League mechanics found in 2020 was the fact that I didn't include the landing wave dash. There was, however, a very good reason for that. Rocket Science uploaded his landing wave dash video a week after my 2020 recap, so there was no way for me to cut it in time. I did promise I would include it in my 2021 recap, so here it is. The landing wave dash is a very cool application of the sonic flip, and it works like this. When you're coming back down from an aerial, you usually try to land as flat as possible to conserve momentum, but for this mechanic you want to tilt your car slightly forward to land with your front wheels first. Then, when your back wheels are barely touching the ground, you quickly top jump. The force of the jump will push your car up, but since the back wheels still have downward momentum, they will continue to move towards the ground, while your front wheels get pushed up just enough for them to leave the ground and give you the chance to use your dodge for a wave dash. This mechanic is especially useful for getting quick burst of speed and surprising your opponents. There is, however, a lot of pros and cons when putting it into practice, and I definitely recommend giving Rocket Science video a watch to learn more about it. Do you like it when you're air dribbling and your teammate horribly ruins it by crashing into you while trying to go for an unsolicited team pinch? No? Well, what about 4 teammates? That is right, 2, 3, 4, or even 5 player team pinches is something that's been around in Twitter and YouTube more and more in 2021. But don't panic, I don't think you'll need to worry about the other 5 players of your standard ranked lobbies going for the sudden team pinch after tossing a coin to choose which net will receive the lightning speed ball. Oh yeah, these pinches can get crazy fast, but they are pretty much restricted to the freestyle community, and they have almost no place in ranked, unless an entire freestyle team wants to take their chances in standard. So, the mechanics for this are pretty self-explanatory. Just get as many players as your heart desires and group hack that blink sphere until it goes bye-bye at warp speed. It looks pretty fun. 2021 saw the rise of what Rocket League YouTuber Thanovic deemed the hardest flip reset in Rocket League. I'm talking of course about the Mactov reset. This new freestyle move is a very cool looking yet complicated way of getting a reset of the ball. It's often used in shots that include multiple flip resets or those where a flip reset is part of the chain of movement. You first start by getting a regular flip reset, and this is where it gets tricky. See, usually when you get a flip reset, it is a good idea to stay close to the ball if you want to go for another reset or start an air dribble or use the flip to take a shot and go for a double tap or basically anything. With the Mactov reset though, it is kinda the opposite. After getting the first reset, you want to turn your car away from the ball and rotate it sideways. How far away from the ball you need to be is really gonna depend on each setup, so that is something that you'll need to practice. Anyway, after getting into that uncomfortable position, you need to do a backflip, which is gonna bring you back under the ball, while you air roll to correct your angle to be in the perfect position to get another reset. There, sky's the limit. You have done a Mactov reset. Needless to say that in order to perform this mechanic, you need to know how to do a regular flip reset, so I'm pretty sure most plats will be able to get this one easily. The spawn trap is a mechanic that was introduced to the community by player and content creator Woody a long time ago, but that was definitely perfected over the course of 2021. Woody is, without a doubt, one of the best at it, but I've started to see more and more people on Twitter and TikTok posting their own clips. This mechanic, when done perfectly, it can literally make it impossible for your opponent to play the game, technically for the remainder of the match. But in reality, you're gonna need a good sense of timing, better boost management, and RNG on your side. That's because when a player gets demoed, it's impossible to predict in which side they're gonna respawn. It's random. So the first part of this mechanic is actually getting the first demo. After that, roll the dice and choose a side. You're gonna have to time those 3 seconds perfectly to get them again as soon as they respawn. The amazing part is that Rocket League cars respawn in the air, just a little bit above the ground, and until you touch the ground, you'll not be able to jump. So there's a very short time window where you can demo a car that is respawning back into place and they can't do anything about it. Needless to say, this is a very hard thing to pull off, and it requires patience and practice, and also a little bit of luck, but the salt and rage is said to be 100% guaranteed. Finally, the pièce de résistance, the new mechanic that has gotten almost the entirety of the Rocket League community talking about it in the last couple weeks. The Fedelix jump, the Fedelix jump, or Lix jump for short. I know that I've said that I'm using the term mechanic somewhat loosely in this video, but with the Lix jump, I don't know, this could be something. This is a mechanic that gives you a flip reset off the wall that you can use indefinitely. At this point, there's a lot of videos explaining how it works, but here's a TLDR anyway. First, you need to drive up the wall, and when your car is just about to leave the half pipe, you jump. Since your back wheels are still in the half pipe, it's gonna absorb your jump and lift your front wheels off the wall. If you were driving down the wall, this would be a curve dash, and the Lix jump actually follows the same idea, just that instead of simply doing a wave dash to gain speed, you want to do a side flip just when your front wheels are about to touch the wall again. The side flip should be to the left if you're on the right wall, and to the right if you're on the left one. That side flip, if you timed it correctly, is gonna make your car pop off the wall and give you a flip that you can use whenever you want. It's easier if you hold gas during this entire process because it's gonna make your front wheel snap back into the wall faster after the first jump. And that's the Lix jump. It's important to note that this mechanic is really new, so we need more time to know if it's gonna be useful in a competitive environment, but to be fair, some pro players are already getting the motions down and it looks really promising. To end this video, I want to do a special mention to those Rocket League players that share on the internet clips of what they consider to be new mechanics, but they are just sloppy and not really useful variations of existing ones, or what could be considered the car soccer version of a brain fart. The performers usually have a name for this mechanic already, and it's usually their own name plus flick or reset or jump. To those players, I want to say, thank you. You keep us going. You push us to expand the horizons of this game way further than any freestyler doing 5 resets in a row ever could. If there were no players like you who dare to dream of new mechanics and post them on Reddit, we might not have a Musty flick today. Seriously, never change. I've been Frowzy, thanks for watching.